3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Mystery reading number 1189. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support and helping me reach 300 subscribers at this time, as well as your presence during this reading. So I do want to talk about how just now saw 111 on the timer when I was saying I want to talk about how I saw the number 222 on a timer before I started recording, and when I said I saw 111 on the timer, it's on the phone that I'm using to record this video, but I saw the number 222 on a timer that I was using to take a 5-minute break. Maybe there's something here significant about somebody taking 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's even like a candy. At least here in the United States, I can say. But the number 1 is about having trust and faith. So immediately, along with the messages that I'm about to tell you with the number 2, there are messages here to have trust and faith. The number 2 could be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation, and in particular, to be more specific, this could be confirmation of a significant collaboration, working with somebody or many people. There could be something significant here about some sort of network or networking, being connected to a lot of people and working together to do something or to create something. So in terms of significant relationship or situation, it can be more than one situation or more than one relationship. The number 2 is also about choices and being very wise with them, not rushing if you don't have to come to some sort of conclusion, and making sure that you are investing in yourself, people, and other things that mean the most to you. There could be something here about protecting yourself through your own choices. I do think being wise with your choices is a form of self-protection, because you're not being reckless, you're thinking things through. I did see the number 321 on the timer about 20-30 seconds ago, and that is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. Have trust, have faith, especially when it comes to a particular situation or relationship, and move forward with wisdom and awareness and trust that you're being called to have trust and faith for a reason. You're navigating the situation or relationship for a reason. You're making these choices for a reason. It's very, very possible that there is an opportunity to learn or to grow in some way. The number 7 might be significant for you. And I just saw the number 444 on the timer. Starting off with a lot of numbers before we even get into 1189. Number 4 is connected to ancestors and stability. So whether or not it's about your sense of safety or security or stability, past loved ones, whether you knew them in this life or not, as I often say, are making their presence known to you, or they want you to be aware of their presence, their connection to you. It is interesting to think about how you could still be connected to somebody and you're not even existing in the same dimension or reality. You still feel that connection for a reason. And I think it's interesting that I said still feel, so you could have known whoever is on the other side. Or you could be feeling connected to somebody from a past life. I think it's interesting. This is like, who? You know? Maybe this could be a moment where it is asking you shall receive, in terms of wanting to better understand who this is. And you may already know what past loved one or loved ones are trying to connect with you and to help bring you more comfort and support and awareness. And honestly, a stronger sense of purpose too. Because I do believe that our ancestors have been trying to connect with us for hundreds of thousands of years to help us focus on what really matters. And honestly, in my opinion, to create a heaven on earth. Now that's my own belief. You don't have to believe the same thing. But I do, at the very least, think that our ancestors are very much connected to us, no matter what reality or realm we are existing in. Feeling connected to the idea of being cut from the same cloth, but it's more like, we think about it in a cosmic way, coming from the same source of light, or maybe even the same source of life. So just kind of recap on all these numbers. Have trust, have faith, pay attention to a certain relationship or situation, and be wise with your decisions in this relationship or situation. Maybe even be patient if you need to. Definitely trust that everything happens for a reason, and know that your ancestors and past loved ones are trying to connect with you, especially if whatever relationship or situation you're trying to navigate is related to your sense of safety and security, stability. It could be living, family members, home, a lifestyle, a job. It does feel like they are encouraging a more stabilizing force, a more grounding force in your life, even if that force is going to be you. But let's go ahead and move into, I did forget to mention the number 111. No, I did say have trust and faith, but the number 1189. Probably not going to spend too long on this number because I feel like I've been talking a lot about numbers already. And I just don't want the recording to get complicated. But there are 2 ones in 1189. And as I already said, this number 1 is about having trust and faith. And to elaborate a little bit more, it could be about having a trust and faith in yourself, what you're capable of, the universe, what's possible for you, or this person, this other person that you're dealing with, or other people, or having more trust and faith in a situation, or at least your ability to navigate whatever the number 2 means for you, I suppose. The number 8 is about loss, and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. So maybe there is something here that you need to allow yourself to fully grieve from, or you will need to allow yourself to fully grieve from and find closure with, and even deeper meaning, deeper spiritual meaning. I do believe that things like loss and pain and suffering, I think these things have meaning. You kind of have to just remove yourself from the idea that it's only a bad thing. I believe that these things have meaning because they force us to ask questions about ourselves, the universe, this reality, the purpose of our existence. What is this reality or simulation, depending on what you believe in? What is this? And I can't help but feel connected to Plato's idea of, I think it's called the allegory of the cave. It's been a while since I learned about it, but I'm pretty confident that is what it's called. I just saw 111 in timer, and the message there to have trust and have faith. From what I recall, if you don't already know, maybe you want to do your own research on it. The allegory of the cave is, I think it's about illusion. It's these people in a cave, and they're seeing shadows on the wall, and they think it's real. But then somebody leaves that cave, and they see what real really is. And I think shadows are symbolic of darkness, pain, grief, suffering. So maybe there is an illusion born of these feelings that you need to stop paying attention to. Or rather, to not dwell in. You should pay attention to take care of yourself and stuff like that, but to just let yourself look away from the pain, the shadows, the darkness, and to explore outside of the cave. To explore what's real. Really. Someone here may feel a strong sense to seek out truth. Maybe you have been this way your whole life, or something has happened in your life to inspire this within you. But I think that's a really good thing. As a spiritual person myself, who values honesty very deeply and believes in the power of truth, all I can say is we need you. We need your help. Who is we? Who is we? I just want you to know that you are not alone in this fight for truth, and to spread more light and love and peace. Which leads me into talking about the number 9. Whoa, just saw 3, 2, 1 again. Trust that everything happens for a reason if you don't remember what message came with that number. But number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. So if you do feel a sense of purpose, and I want to say a sense of trust that. Pay attention to that. Don't let it go and see where it takes you. Or this could be a confirmation or a call for you to seek out a sense of purpose, to heal so you can understand the deeper meaning behind you, your experiences in this life. And the idea of helping the world release what no longer works kind of pairs nicely with the messages from the number 8, the idea of loss, and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. It's like there's a first layer of just letting yourself trust that everything's going to be okay and things are going to get better. But there's a second layer that is a reminder that this is bigger than you. I don't care how big or small your pain, your grief, or your suffering feels. How you show up matters for yourself and for others. I'm feeling very connected to the Bible and Christianity, maybe even Catholicism, depending on who's watching this. And I just saw 4, 5, 6, another sign. I trust that everything happens for a reason. To clarify my own beliefs, I don't align with any particular religion because I believe that there is truth and deception in all religions, and it's up to us to discern what's real and what isn't. I think it's interesting to mention that because we did talk about discerning here between what is real and what isn't. And I think the only way to really see reality and the truth, you have to address the pain, the grief, the suffering, the shadows, your own shadow. Maybe you feel called to do shadow work here, but definitely feels like the darkness is a significant thing here. And I am seeing imagery of a moon over water. You may have seen it in at the end of a recent video I did. So there's something here about the nighttime, maybe midnight in particular. Yeah, talking about this number longer than I thought I would, that's okay. I don't want to rush anything anyway, or cut off any important messages, but adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 8 is 10, plus 9 is 19, 1 plus 9 is 10. I have a couple messages here before with the number 10. And the first one is confirmation of your spirit guides. So it's not just your ancestors who are making their presence known, it's all of your spirit guides, who I feel really want you to see the light, the signs, the messages. Be careful to not give too much attention to patterns that you are noticing out of fear, rather than intuition and confidence. The other message here comes specifically from these spirit guides, your ancestors too, of course, to encourage you to have trust, to have faith, to have more of it. If you already have it, it's almost like a call here to surrender deeper into who you are right now and what you're going through, what you're dealing with, and just being in a very deep state of acceptance for where the universe or God has you. There's meaning in whatever you're doing or whoever you are right now. And only you can define that, only the universe can show you that, or simply just not having trust and faith. So here we have on the table a lot of tools, I guess you could call them, that I want to use for the second part of this reading. We have the Secrets of Tarot cards. Do I want to use the Prism of Visions Tarot? Honestly, I kind of do. Because I was feeling connected to it before I started recording, but I was feeling connected to the Secrets of Tarot too. But I felt like I wanted to say the Prism of Visions Tarot. So here's what these tarot cards look like. And then in this bag, this is a mix of runes and little fortune slips that I got from fortune cookies. And I just kind of mixed them together to use in readings. And then these here are Zoltar Speaks cards, which I got from this. A mini Zoltar Speaks. And I do want to mention that, let me take this out of the box. Maybe there's something here for you that's also fresh out of the box. Could be a camera. But I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. Yeah, you can kind of see it. There are cards here. And I'm pretty sure it is the Chariot, the World, and the Sun. All of those are major arcana cards. Being in control over your own life, your own perception and awareness instead of your fear. Really finding closure with something major in your life and seeing the light. You know, the Sun card, seeing the light, waking up, things becoming illuminated that you didn't know or see before. So I am going to start drawing out one of these Zoltar Speaks cards, just because it feels appropriate to do so. Yeah, we're going to take that one. So this says, romance or great friendship you'll soon find adds great pleasure to your life. So this feels like extra confirmation here for somebody or many people who are dealing with a significant relationship or many significant relationships, especially if it's romantic or just friendship. You may find that it is difficult to know at what moment this love begins, but less difficult to know that it has begun. Your love is eternal. The aspect may change, but not the essence. I'm feeling connected to the idea of spreading, like I said before, love, light, truth. There is the same difference in you before and after you are in love as there is in an unlit lamp, and one that is burning. The lamp was there and was a good lamp, but now it is shedding light too, and that is its real function. As the greatest pleasure of life is love. Remember, when this love comes, or if it has already arrived, the heart is wiser than the intellect. So maybe there is a relationship here where there is love, where there's potential for love, and it doesn't have to be romantic. And in this connection, it's important to listen to what your intuition, your emotions, and your heart are telling you. It's okay to listen to the logical human side of yourself too, but don't overlook what your soul is telling you either. The lucky numbers are 46, 21, 38, 23, the number 9, and the number 10. This is kind of what it looks like. You probably won't be able to read it that well. I think you can if you tried, but I guess do so if you feel like it. But I just saw the number 222 on the timer. It's undeniable that there's a significant relationship or situation where it's important to be mindful about your decisions, be wise about how you invest in yourself, your time, your energy, and your resources. There was something I was going to add to that, but I don't remember what it was. I did just see a warning, though, where somebody or something, some situation, could be trying to lure you into a vulnerable position or to take advantage of or exploit a vulnerability that you already have. And this doesn't feel connected to a significant relationship or situation that I've been talking about. It feels like more of an outside force, outside of this, whatever this significant thing is. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot card and see what comes through. I have the Star in reverse. Up here with the sticker, there's a planet symbol there. You can look that up if you feel called to. The zodiac sign of Aquarius, the element of air, and the crown chakra. This is making me think about whenever I was looking at the cards that was in the Esoteric Speaks box, and how all of those are major arcana. So whatever you're dealing with does not feel light or subtle, to be honest. But the Star card in reverse really brings a sense of hopelessness. And it definitely highlights a need to heal from whatever has robbed you of your hope, your faith, your trust, especially in the universe and what is possible for you. Like I said about the darkness being significant, the faithlessness, the hopelessness, that really aligns with that idea. There's definitely something here to heal from, to learn and grow from, even in a spiritual way. Your spirit guides seem to be pointing out to me. There is significance in what you're feeling, and in so many ways. star card here has the number 17 on it. 1 plus 7 is 8. As we already said before, the number is about loss, and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. So, perhaps in the past, you have experienced a great deal of pain, grief, suffering, loss, disappointment. And it's important to not let this jade your perspective on what's possible and what you're capable of. Don't tie those experiences to your worth and what you deserve. Instead, find deeper meaning. I want to say follow the trail or the breadcrumbs, the white rabbit, you know. There really is a lot of grief here, I feel. Again, the number 7 is feeling significant, which, if you don't already know, to me is about wisdom and expanding your awareness and your consciousness and becoming more spiritually connected and in tune. And I feel like oftentimes whenever I say in tune in particular, I see the connect and tune in card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards that I have. So it almost feels like your ancestors are urging you to tune in, to connect with your soul and the universe. There could potentially be something very healing and comforting about that, learning how to have a healthy relationship with your environment and yourself. I just saw the number 654, which is a sign about trusting that everything happens for a reason. Let's draw out this last piece of paper. This is a fortune slip. It says, your enthusiasm, it's going to focus, will bring life to a dormant project. Yeah, that could very much be some sort of project that you're working on or that you want to work on with somebody else. But it feels like this is giving you permission to have hope, to have faith, to be excited. And honestly, I feel like one of the things that will really allow you to do that is being okay if you do end up disappointed or in pain somehow, experiencing loss. Might be something significant here about red lettering. I'm seeing the title for the Stranger Things TV show. Let's be real. There are some very strange things going on in this world right now. And as an American, especially in this country. But overall, there's been so many messages in this reading for you. Have trust and faith, especially. Trust that everything happens for a reason. Because there is a significant relationship or situation that you need to pay attention to. And to not let the darkness take over. Perhaps there's an opportunity here to learn how to have a different but healthier relationship with loss, pain, suffering, grief, etc. And to learn how to find deeper meaning, a sense of purpose in your experiences, your own darkness. I believe that negative feelings can be repurposed into investing in the relationships or situations that mean a lot to us, or projects. I really feel that your ancestors and your spirit guides in general are making their presence known to you, encouraging you to have trust and faith, and to really pay attention to what they have to tell you or to show you, whether it's in signs, symbols, experiences. They want you to pay attention. There's a powerful opportunity here to heal, to bring more stability, security, safety, comfort into your life, and it very much feels connected to a romantic relationship, a friendship, or a different kind of connection. And it's okay to be curious, excited. For some reason, I also want to say proud. To have some pride, it's okay. To have pride, of course, just don't let it consume you. But yeah, it really just feels like the major message here is to have hope, faith, trust. Just allow yourself to explore some sort of connection, or to be curious about some sort of connection that also seems to be connected to some sort of project. And I just saw the number 122 and 123 on the timer, so there's a couple of last messages. The number 122 is about how change starts with you, which goes well with the idea of a sense of purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. Remember that this is bigger than you. And 123 is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. You're feeling what you're feeling for a reason. You're being presented with this opportunity for a reason. So pay attention.